pleasant good evening and welcome to SAT TV's Channel 9 Evening News. I am your presenter, Larry Larrock. Thank you for joining us. Among the major developments, Dominicans urged to take advantage of opportunities to study abroad. Climate change threatens public health, says Barbados official. Market welcomes Spanish bank's rescue deal. Lanco knocked out of White Oak Rum domino competition. Details of these and other stories after the break.
Come in.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Have a seat. How may I help you today?
Thank you. I was told that this is the place where I can get assistance. I am looking to increase my production of my business for export.
Yes, indeed. You have come to the right place. This venture is a joint effort, and this can be a success through implementation of the NES.
NES? What's that?
NES, or National Export Strategy, is basically a plan of action aimed at transforming the export sector of Dominica.
Oh, really? So how does this plan help me?
The plan focuses on necessary training and finding suitable markets for your produce or services and the development of several sectors.
Boy, I come to the right place, man.
You have indeed.
But wait a while. Does that plan include musicians like me? Because I play in a band.
Yes, of course.
Wow, that good we?
We are taking the necessary measures for professional business services, tourism, cultural industries, agro-processing, agriculture, energy and natural resources.
Very impressive. That is what we needed all the time.
Thank you for staying with us. Now for the details of the news. The Calibishi reunion of 2012 hopes to be a phenomenal experience. Under the theme Uniting Our Community, Let's Make a Reality, the reunion was launched at the 4 Road in Calibishi on June 10th. Vice Chairperson of the Calibishi Village Council, Mr. Augustus Ostry, emphasized the community has taken on the responsibility of putting their best foot forward in this year's reunion.
In the recent past, Calibishi has not enjoyed a lot of hurrahs. We've been experiencing a lot of pain. And so this reunion is a time for us to say, hip, hip, hip. Hooray! And the reason why we need to say hip, 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 hooray, it is because when our friends come, we need to show our hospitality. When our visitors are here, our friends, our families, we need to cook them the best food. We need to show them the best courtesy. We need to be focused.
He says that the reunion is not in competition with other reunions, but is unique and the goal is to make it memorable. Where there are strong and united families, you can expect to find strong communities. These were the words of Honorable Gloria Shillingford, Minister of Social Services, Community Development and Gender Affairs. She says that Calibishi has been known for their hospitality in recent years, and this has been extended towards the tourism industry.
This augurs well for your community, and indeed for the tourism industry in Dominica. This reunion event will position you to bring your tourism industry to the next level. For I am certain that among the visitors for this occasion, there will be those who will go back to their respective homes and boast of the hospitality which was extended to them in Calibishi. Even among the returning locals, there are those who have connections which they can use to refer visitors to our beautiful country as a result of the experience which they had during the Calibishi reunion 2012.
Honorable Matthew Walters, parliamentary representative for the Paybush constituency, says that the Calibishi committee cannot do all the work on their own, so the community has to get on board.
we want to show the rest of the country that although our reunion is unique, but we cannot implement it for it to be of less importance than those reunions that have been implemented. We want to ensure here today that the reunion in Calabish is going to surpass those of Castlebrus and all the other communities, Paybush, Viekas, Thibault. It's not going to be less important.
After the launching, those gathered headed for Marigot for the official roadshow. Eleven students can now say that their hard work has truly paid off as they were enrolled to be cadets at the 10th enrollment of the Pearchild Secondary School's cadet unit after 3 months of intensive training. The recruits are Alexander J., Benjamin J., Benoit L., Francis C., John Baptist D., Julius C., Louis A., Peters M., Rock O., Williams E., and Williams T. At this enrollment ceremony, Chief Scout Commissioner Mr. Bonty Liverpool says that these recruits are the cutting edge of today's society.
They are the ones who are going to lead the Pierre Charles Secondary School and the Grand Bay community at large towards the next generation. Today, as we know, we are being called Generation Now. They are the people, they are the ones, they are the young persons who are, in fact, now.
Mr. Liverpool advised the new cadets that as part of the Dominica Cadet Corps, they are expected to serve loyally and carry out their obligations as a cadet. The recruits all took their oath as new cadets as part of the enrollment ceremony.
I further promise to conform to the rules, regulations, and the discipline of the Corps, to keep my body and mind healthy and alert, and to be a good citizen of the Commonwealth of Dominica.
Each cadet received their berets as part of their enrollment in moving up from being recruits to official cadets of the Dominica Cadet Corps. Each cadet also received their certificates, which signaled the end of their training and beginning of their new role as cadets, which was held at the Pearchild Secondary School on Friday, June 8th. Study in the United States was a message at a forum held by the Versant Educational Services and MDC on Saturday, June 9th, where opportunities for scholarships in the United States were presented. Versant is an 18-year-old company in the area of educational services, certified by the Independent Educational Consultants Association and headquartered in Jamaica. Presenter of Versant Educational Services, Ms. Sandra Bramwell, says that the main goal is to assist many Dominicans as possible to have access to boarding schools as well as the doctoral program.
My name is Sandra Bramwell, Executive Director of Versant Educational Services. I've been doing educational consulting for 18 years, and today is my first day in front of an audience here at Garway Hotel to present what we've been doing for the rest of the world in terms of access to international education with scholarships. And that's the main thing to understand. We do it with scholarships. And so we're going to show the students how to do that over a year's time. And I just want to say to Dominica, this is not my first time here. I have assisted in the past.
President of the Marigot Development Corporation, Mr. Michael Pascal, says that the seminar is an initiative of the Marigot Development Association. Mr. Pascal said they hooked up with Versant Educational Services because they have been working with the students for over 18 years and the institution has a great track record. He believes that it is vital that children are given the opportunity to further their education.
The opportunities, the seminar this morning at Gary Hotel and also in Marigot at the Credit Union on Sunday tomorrow, that's looking at opportunities for study in the United States. The seminars are an initiative of the Marigot Development Corporation. Basically, it comes out of our desire to see more persons from the Marigot area go to university. And so, but schools in the US are looking for students with good athletics capabilities. So there's the athletics component of the program. In Marigot, that has already started. So we have 5 kids who are already in the athletics part of the program. We are hoping to get them out to the US in January. Okay, in January 2013. So they are sort of the advanced party in the athletics part of the program. And we are hoping that, you know, with them going, with them doing well, you know, them getting coaches' attention, then we will have sort of every year, we will have coaches coming into Dominica to look at students, or what you call the athlete student.
Mr. Pascal says that the students will get the opportunity to attend college and universities in the US and will be able to take care of themselves and their loved ones. Sirens were heard blaring through the streets of Roseville today just after 4 p.m. as news of the Social Security building on fire broke. 3 fire trucks and an ambulance rushed to the scene immediately after receiving the call and made their way to find out what was going on. Smoke was seen coming from the top of the building, so fire officials used their hydraulic ladder on the fire truck to extend to the top of the roof where they went to put the fire out. The incident attracted a large crowd of onlookers, curious to see what was taking place on the roof of the building where the fire may have originated. The quick response from the fire department may have just prevented the fire from spreading and causing a lot more damage. Further information on this incident is scarce at this point, but SAT TV News will provide you with an update as soon as more information becomes available. Footballers are being urged to practice punctuality and discipline, especially when playing their games. This message came from Acting President of the Dominica Football Association, DFA, Mr. Glenn Etienne, at the launch of the Harlem Football League. Mr. Etienne says that being disciplined means respecting match officials, tournament organizers, players, and fans, amongst others. He also congratulated the Harlem Football Club for winning the Premier Division football title for 2012.
There is no doubt that Harlem has dominated football on the local scene for a number of years, and it appears that winning has become a habit. Well done, Harlem. In the past, Harlem fielded a women's team in the women's competition. For some reason or another, we have not seen Harlem participating in the league. Let me take this opportunity to urge the management of Harlem, Mr. Don Yogal, to make sure that this year we will see that Harlem has a representative team in the Women's League.
Mr. Etienne urged the footballers to play to the best of their abilities in every game because they have no idea who may be looking at them to provide them with more opportunities in the sport. Senator Tammy Jajak, who represented the Roseau South constituency representative, Honorable Ambrose George, applauded the Harlem United Sports Club for continually hosting this league. Senator Jajak also pointed out to the young men that their being present is a positive sign for them rather than engaging in unproductive activities and also illegal activities.
I encourage more young people to get involved in sports, particularly football. On behalf of the PAREP and government, I'd like to thank all those, including the sponsors, who contributed in one way or another towards making this event a success. Your continued commitment to the Harlem United Sports Club and the young people of Newtown and environs will not go unnoticed. On a side note, I'd like to echo the sentiments of Mr. Glenn Etienne and throw the challenge to Dawn to include women in the league. And if any team is short a player, feel free to check me.
President of the Harlem Football Club, Mr. Don Leoga, reiterated to all of the players that this year time is very important and advised them to make sure they are on time for all of their games.
The officials will be given strict instructions as to how they should deal with teams being late for the games during the season. Games are supposed to start at 5 and 7 on Saturdays and Sundays, at 7 on Fridays, and at 6 on Thursdays. Any team being more than 15 minutes late after the scheduled time this year will receive the punishment.
He said to those who may think the rules will not be enforced this year, they should think twice because the penalties will be implemented strongly. Mr. Leoga went on to say that he hopes to see a higher standard of play from what was witnessed in the 2011 league. Ms. Angela Faustin, the representative of Del Najis, who is a sponsor of the league, says they are always willing to sponsor, and this is their 7th year of sponsorship. She advised the footballers to take advantage of this opportunity, since in Dominica it is very hard for many companies to sponsor sporting activities.
Our team veterans continue to be part of the league, and we are very happy about that. I noticed we have some young faces on that team, and I send out a challenge to them: help the older ones win the trophy and make Del Najis proud. And like the Calypso says, it is in time to come, Del will be the champs, like President Obama became President of America.
10 teams will participate in the league, such as Barfon Point, Dutch United, Purple City Tarish United, Sesame Street, and Delton United, to name a few. The crowd cheered, clapped, and shouted, and even lost their voices at the Ultimate Hair Cosmetic and Body Art Show, which took place on Saturday, June 9th at the Ara House of Culture. Dominica's talented hairstylists, tattoo artists, barbers, nail technicians, and various boutiques displayed their best and hottest fashion. Salons, barbers, nail technicians, tattoo artists, and boutiques were invited to the show, and those who showed up all did an amazing job. Fresh Out Barbershop and Celebrity Cuts Barbershop competed in a speed round to see who cuts the fastest, and Celebrity Cuts was the winner. Winner Mr. Jonathan Carbon says he has been cutting hair for a number of years, however he did not expect to win. He also believes that this could advertise the shop, seeing that it is not popular as many other barbershops.
It was a good experience, because the speed run race I didn't expect to win, because Sadiq Earl is one of the fastest barbers in town. Not necessarily saying that he's, the fastest now, because I win it, check. But it was fun, man. It was a good experience. It was, at least it advertised our shop, because much people didn't know about Celebrity Cuts. But at least now they can see where they can get the sharp hairlines, because just to say one thing is, like, it have haircutters in town, it have barbers in town, and it have hair technicians in town. So that is the place of the hair technicians, right? So that's really all that one was included.
According to a regular customer, Celebrity Cuts has precise designs which make people look like a celebrity.
My name is Sheldon Alfred, and I got my hair cut at Celebrity Cuts.
Out of all barbers, why did you choose this one?
Well, Celebrity Cuts, as the name states, they make you look like a celebrity, and in this day and age, I think most young people, or rather everybody, wants to look like a celebrity, and Celebrity Cuts are more precise when it comes to their designs. So they cut you well and they still give you a good design.
Okay, last question. Would you encourage anyone to really come here?
Yes, you have to have patience to be in a barber shop, but I would recommend Celebrity Cuts, because when you leave, you look like a celebrity.
Nail technicians competed in a design and creativity round, where Anne's Nail Salon won this round. Smoke filled the skies on Sunday night in Antigua as one of Liat's two hangars went up in flames, carrying with it one of its aircraft, the motor pool, operations office, and several other offices. Firemen fought with heavy winds from about 9:40 p.m. to put out the flames, but 2 hours later, the flames were still raging. The hangar is not used on the weekend, and the aircraft registration LGH was in the center for a routine C-check or an engine check. The Liat hangar has been completely destroyed, and its employees of Liat confirmed that one Dash 8 aircraft apparently under repair was in the hangar when it was destroyed. Antigua reporter Miss Martina Johnson said,
"There are two hangars for Liat. One where the flights would come in and there's a quick turnover of engineers, pilots, and air hostesses and so on. But this hangar is for heavy maintenance. In there was a Liat Dash 8 aircraft that was down for a C-check, which is a complete check of the aircraft. That hangar was not on its wheels and they were unable to pull it out from the hangar. So that went up in flames. Apart from the aircraft, there were 4 to 5 engines, spare parts, tools, workers' records in the technical library, and aircraft history, which is a technical record, and the quality assurance department. All that went up in flames last night. As we speak, actually, fire officials are still on the scene.
The first of several explosions occurred at approximately 10 p.m. and since then there have been several other blasts as fuel tanks in the area succumbed to the heat and blaze. The employees believe that fuel and oil could have been stored in the hangar and could have contributed to the rapid spread of the fire. Several fire engines, at least 5, attended to the conflagration, dousing the flames with water.
Well, I'm told that one flight landed even while the flames were raging last night, and the Liat Operations Office issued a statement saying all flights will continue as usual. So the flights for Liat have not been disrupted. Other flights will be coming in the airport. I cannot confirm how long it was closed, but it was closed briefly last night based on information reaching our news agency in Antigua, which is the Observer Media Group.
It is reported that an underground fuel line that passes under the hangar was ruptured. The Arak House of Culture was in full swing on Sunday, June 10th for the play Choices 2. Here is a clip from the play.
You have to learn to free up yourself, my brother. You have to learn to break the rules sometimes.
Okay. Really crazy, man? Sometimes they scare me, you know.
Yes, that's me. Sometimes I get wild.
Okay, I'll ignore that statement. I have a question to ask you.
Yes, ask me the question.
Well, do you,
Don't worry to ask me the question. The answer is yes.
You're not going to ask you, man?
Of course. I can see it in your eyes.
See it in my eyes? You're crazy, man. What am I going to ask you?
Frustrated with the drug business, some of the characters in this particular scene were envisioning their lives without drugs and how they would be able to cope with the change.
If you're missing $1, the man ready to kill you. The man has some real weird principles, man.
I know, you know, Mr. is a monster, you know.
Boy, I don't know about you, but I'm scared, yeah. But I think it's time we leave that drug business here.
Boy.
Every money we make, every dollar we make, it seems like it are going. Is it like going to bad deals or going into paying lawyers?
Boy. Tus, when we finish all that drug business, you know, when we have enough money.
What is enough money? 1 million? 2 million? Tell me because I want to know.
Tus, we will know when we have enough.
Okay, you know what? I'll just have to take you.
Listen to me. One day, we'll finish all that drug business.
The young man you're about to see in this scene is trying to get his girlfriend into bed and she's unaware of his schemes.
I think I'm making progress. You're making progress? What's so happening? She responded very well. She responded well. Then, one thing about you, boy, if you see you get caught, boy, I tell you, I respect you. I give you all the respect in the world. Because trust me, mom's like a rock, a volcanic eruption alone that will break me down. Well, then again, I'm the smooth talker, and I could always get it. Keep it up, man. Keep it up.
The show went on to be a success and the audience got some great laughs. We couldn't forget to show the funny man Jerry.
Well, I know something doesn't matter to me. I just like my dumpling. Everybody at home likes them. When mommy cooking them, she does come to the bowl like 25 years. You know, I remember once I can't stole off my mother's dumpling from a boiling I can't stole off my mother's dumpling from a boiling pot. But you know my mother here, she's the only detective. I have something like that. Next thing, as I was to leave the house, I heard, Gary, go on! I said, mommy, I can't come down my car and put up the boat. She said, I do not care, fuck no! Next thing, when I go, she just tell me, put up my dumpling.
The cast members hoped that the young people would take interest in the play, and they did. We now go to Ms. Delson Joseph for tonight's court news.
In court today, Kenson St. Rose of Lubia pleaded guilty to possession of cannabis and with intent to supply. The 26-year-old was found with cannabis on June 9th in Point Michel around 12:13 a.m. when he said, "Officer, a little weed I have to smoke. Give me a break." The defendant had in his possession 25 grams of cannabis. Mr. St. Rose was ordered to pay $1,000 by November 30th, 2012, or 6 months imprisonment. In more court news, 30-year-old Kim Roberts was found with cannabis near Melvinus Bar in Point Michel on June 9th. He appeared in court before Magistrate Evelina Baptist, where he was sentenced to pay $1,100 by November 30th or 6 months imprisonment. Magistrate Evelina Baptist told the defendant that drugs would get him nowhere except a certain place on the hill. John Lewis of Silver Lake was sentenced to 2 years imprisonment for 2 separate charges of theft which occurred in June 8th. Mr. John Lewis stole a purse that enclosed $148.96 from Decima O'Brien. A Good Samaritan witnessed the theft and reported the defendant to the police. He was soon picked up by the police force. That same day, Mr. John Lewis stole a mini mag light set from L.A. Dupini. When the police found the light set on the accused, he asked, "Where's the receipt?" To which he responded, "You know Chinese doesn't give receipts, sir." When questioned in court about the incident, Mr. John Lewis said that it was his girlfriend and him who had the problem, and this is why he did what he did, and he was very sorry for wasting the court's time.
Thank you, Ms. Joseph, for the court news. This has been the local segment of the news. Coming up next, regional highlights.